Right. Okay. So the sort of technical definition, which is a pretty basic definition, is any pain that has lasted beyond 3 months. So once your pain problem if someone's experiencing pain, then if it goes beyond 3 months, it's technically classified as persistent. So that's the definition, if you like. What was the second part of the question? It was, what does it mean to people? Or...
Yeah. So how does it actually affect people? How does persistent pain affect people?
Yeah. Right. So, well, I mean, of course, pain is something that makes you pay attention, right? And therefore it tends to distract you from other things. And therefore, if you're trying to concentrate, whether that be, in work, at school, driving a car, playing a sport, and you're in pain, then it's going to impact on those other things, because the pain is essentially directing your attention away from those things. And that's its evolutionary function, if you like.
Yeah, I mean, I've found that, working with people with persistent pain, the key thing for me has been the quality of life.
Yeah.
When you speak to someone and you say, well, you've got this pain, what does it stop you from doing?
Yes.
Well, it stops you from socializing. It stops you from working out. It stops me from playing with the kids. I can't perform at work to my best.
Mm-hmm.
And, it just has such a massive effect on life quality. And, as you know, Matt, back in 2013, I herniated my L4-5 and L5-S1 lumbar discs in my spine.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's not a quick fix.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I couldn't lift any heavy weights. I mean, I was resistance training,
mm-hmm.
but I couldn't lift heavy weights in the gym. And I was doing very specific rehab type work, which I find pretty boring.
Yeah.
But, I couldn't play tennis, and, there was a lot of things I couldn't do. Initially I was really worried that I wouldn't even be able to continue my career.
Yeah.
Which I shouldn't have been, because, I kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But, when you're in that situation, it's quite difficult to see the future sometimes. And,
mm-hmm.
I did have a deep belief in myself that I would get better. But there were days when, as you know, Matt, discs take a long time to heal.
Yes.
And from day to day, you think there's no difference. Whereas, as someone that's played a lot of sport for a long time, like I have, I've had little muscle strains here and there.
Mm-hmm.
They can be healed in a day or 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So to go from day to day just thinking, God, there's no difference.
Yeah.
That can be quite, concerning.
Yeah.
But, that was probably my biggest injury I've ever had.
Yeah.
And it took about 22 months to rehabilitate fully.
Right.
To get back to lifting heavy weights and playing tennis and everything else. So
yeah,
I'd imagine, your experience is similar with clients as well, in terms of, quality of life being affected by persistent pain.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, one of the questions that's important to ask when someone has persistent pain is, what are the meaningful tasks that have been impacted? So exactly as you just said, but the sort of phrase meaningful task is quite helpful, because there's lots of tasks that could be affected, like mowing the lawn or, putting stuff in the dishwasher. But maybe that doesn't bother you so much. Maybe you get out of mowing the lawn and loading the dishwasher. But there will be meaningful tasks, such as, being able to pick up your kids, or being able to play a sport you love, or being able to do some kind of hobby that you love, being able to make love. There's all kinds of things that can be hugely meaningful that are compromised or just not possible when people have persistent pain. And so I think that's quite an important concept, because what it does is it actually directs the attention of the individual away from the pain and towards the function that's being compromised as a result of the pain. And so then, instead of saying, how am I going to get out of the pain? Oh, my pain's at this level today. Oh, my pain hasn't gone. My pain's gone down my leg or up my leg or whatever. Well, you can say, well, can I function today? And maybe you can't, but maybe you can function a little bit better. And maybe if you follow that program you've been given, or maybe if you follow the dietary advice, maybe you can move towards better function. Maybe there's alternative ways to move, or different sports you could try. Like you just gave the example, maybe you can still go to the gym, but you've got to just limit what you can do in the gym for now, But what you can see is, bit by bit, your function improving. And so focusing on function rather than pain is very important. And because, it provides a route back to those meaningful capabilities, right?
Thanks for watching the Radical Health Rebel YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to share with your friends and family, or share via your social media. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications of new video clips from the podcast. And if you want to watch the full episode, completely ad-free, plus premium content, and join the Radical Health Rebel Patreon community, head on over to the Radical Health Rebel Patreon channel at www.patreon.com/Radical Health Rebel. Thanks again for watching.